Shout out Kirby's mom. I'm sorry.
Shout out, Mom. I know you watching.
Sorry I ever doubted
She
you.
a big James Cummins fan. She don't watch my things, but she watches you.
Thank
bro.
you. I'm sorry I ever doubted you having multiple baby fathers. I should have known that you're is Christian.
Crazy, huh?
Christian?
Baptist.
I should have known that you came from
Exactly.
a Baptist house. And you have one man and 6 children with that one man. And God blesses the whole family. My bad.
Oh, man. That caught me off guard, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, bro.
Out in the street, they call it
Uncut Jam.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Uncut Jams. We back, baby.
What is it, wacky morning radio show? Hey, welcome to dialing the 680 TMP, the Wazoo.
yeah.
These
That's
fucking
right.
sounders and shit. We recording now?
Yeah,
Oh shit, start over.
This is part of it. I wish we had started recording earlier. We've already had some great little conversations while we're waiting to set up. This is why I need to be better at starting on time. I mean, like being ready before my guests even get here.
Yeah.
Where they can just walk in. I'm like, they walk in. I say, "Hey, nice to see you. Sit the fuck down. Let's start." You know
Honestly,
what I mean?
I should just come earlier. Like if you say 7, I should be here at like 6:30.
Well, today Kirby was here before I was even ready because I'd never trust black people to be on time.
I was just about to say, you were like, you were really taking this being a black man thing seriously when you came late to your own podcast.
I come late to my own house. I don't know, man. I grew up with black people that just are not on time, yo.
Elton John shades on. And
Yeah. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time before my black guest gets here.
Man, I think he's Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson? Does he wear glasses? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But in comedy, I think every black guest I've had has been early.
Yeah.
And I've never had any, like in every podcast I've ever done, not just on this show. I've done a bunch, and I always count on black people to be late, and they're always
That's the thing
showing
about
up
the
early.
stereotype is like, because we know that stereotype exists. Like, because if we have a black function, and you say, party starts at 10, black people gonna show up around like 11:20, maybe 11:30. Wait, but like because we know that's the stereotype, we try our best to be on time for other things. So it shouldn't even be a stereotype for people outside of black
I mean,
functions.
for being late, there's always like I've had Guyanese people tell me there's Guyanese time, there's Jamaican time, there's African time. There's like who was the first one to be late, and does that make them early?
What?
Who was the first one to be late? So they were the first people to be like, "Hey, we're late first." You know what I mean?
Well, the first.
But then years later, they're like, "Hey, we are also late, and we're so late that we were even late to being late."
But we're early for the tomorrow. If you think about it.
You're really early for tomorrow. Tomorrow you got a bright and early start. You got bright. It's so bright and early that the sun hasn't even gone down from the day before.
What he said. I've been lost the last 2 minutes.
Yeah. We're settling in. We're loosening up. Before the show, you were singing Splash Water. No, you were singing Whatever You Want by Tony. Not to me specifically, but just in general. And it reminded me that.
Can we put it in context? Like
Sure,
I was serenading you or something. We was talking about karaoke.
Yeah.
And we was talking about what would be your go-to song. And he said, Mario, Let Me Love You.
Yeah,
I'm not a professional karaoke person, but that doesn't even feel like a karaoke song.
way more than Tony, Whatever You Want.
Nah,
I'll tell you
that's
this.
way more of
Some
a
karaoke DJs
song.
not even gonna have that song.
What?
Whatever You Want.
And that's a place where I wouldn't want to be doing karaoke. I'm going to sing Bruce Springsteen, do Born in the USA. Get the hell out of here. I'm trying to.
This past
The
year,
karaoke wouldn't have Tony Tone in the.
Tony Tone maybe not be as popular as you think. I like them.
I said, not in no karaoke place that I would venture to.
Fair enough. You're talking about black karaoke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I went to Victoria. They had a Victoria, BC. This is the whitest place I've ever been. And they had a karaoke night at a place I went to. And they found some black shit in there. So,
But did they find Tony?
I didn't.
'Cause they probably
I didn't
found-
sing. I didn't perform. I did the pump fake. I did that. Hey, you got this? I was like, oh shit, you got it. All right, let me just go back. I might come back, and I never came back. I was like, nah.
Yeah, there's some places you go and it's shocking how shit their selection is of black music.
You sound disappointed.
Yeah, because if I'm gonna sing karaoke, I'm gonna sing 90s R&B
Jodeci?
or 2000s. Oh, Jodeci.
got
If they
some
don't have
Jodeci?
Jodeci all my life, no, sorry, that's Casey and JoJo. If they don't have Casey and JoJo all my life, then that karaoke place should burn down. That's such a banger, yo.
James looked like he knows like some deep black shit that I wouldn't even know.
Let's do a black quiz. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I 90s and 2000s R&B. I can definitely fuck with that. Deep cuts and dance hall. That's where my expertise on black culture is. Did you know Vibes Cartel had a dating show?
No.
And it was called Teacher's Pet because he's the teacher. Great theme song for the show. And they didn't get to finish the show because during the filming of that show is when he got arrested.
Yeah, when he got locked up.
So it's too bad we didn't get to find out who the teacher's pet is. Who gonna steal my heart? Oh, what's your background?
I got to teach his pen pal now.
Yeah. Well, no, he's out now. He's out
Well,
now.
then I'm just talking about
Right. To finish it,
Yeah.
I mean, he was recording a lot of music in jail. They could have just finished the show in jail. Just be like conjugal visit. This is the conjugal visit round. Like on The Bachelor, they have the hometown visits. This is the conjugal visits.
The first season lasted 10 years, however long he was locked up.
There was there was some nice, lovely ladies on that show. He had somebody from
I can imagine.
every country in the Caribbean, and then like 2 girls from the States, and they were twins strippers.
The ones from the States?
Yeah,
Really?
I think from Miami. Aren't you from Miami?
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale. All right, never mind.
South.
Ladies, don't come out. Imagine. A lot of so I would say thousands, at least hundreds of comedians in Canada are dying for the chance to go to the States. You're from the States and came to Canada. Yeah. Tell us about it.
Did it backwards.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Why?
Why did I come to Canada?
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy you're here. I should have said off the top of the show, Kirby's one of my favorite
I was
comedians in
saying,
Toronto.
there's no
Very funny.
introduction, no nothing. I'm just the...
Kirby's a very funny comedian, one of my favorites. You should check him live, Kirby Darius. Whenever you see his name on a lineup, go check it out.
Thank you.
But why the fuck are you here?
Why am I in Canada? I came to Canada. Well, I did. I was going to school at FAMU, and then
FAMU?
yeah, FAMU, Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University.
Okay,
it's in Tallahassee.
Good name for a school.
Yeah, it was a great name.
FAM,
really good school. But first year didn't go as planned. A lot of partying, a lot of this, a lot of that, and then I don't know. I just wasn't. I don't know. I just came back home for the summer. And then it was just something just told me like, I ain't got no future here. As far as where I was at life at that time, it was like, if you grow up in South Florida, it's like, you either working for the government or you know, dealing or you doing some illegal shit, right? You in the streets, right? So it's like, I saw those as like two options. I was like, I'm not doing any of those things.
If you had to choose one, work for the government or sell drugs.
Oh, I'd be working for the government selling drugs.
There you go.
Pharmaceuticals.
Okay, so you're, and then?
But
then you went to
yeah,
Canada.
so like my whole family's from Canada.
Okay.
Like, I'm the only American in my family. So my sister she already moved to Canada, and I was already she was living in Montreal at the time, and I was already like visiting her and everything like that, but she didn't have a really good situation. She would always be like, nah, don't come to Montreal, I don't want you to come over here to have a bad experience about Canada. And she was like, well, I'm moving to Toronto. I plan to move to Toronto soon. I'm like, all right, cool. So that summer that I came back for freshman year, she ended up moving to Toronto, and just one day out the blue, I was like, hey, you mind if I come up there? And then she was like, yeah. She don't know nobody in Toronto. She would love some company. So I just made the decision to move up.
Man, that's nice. I don't think my sister would let me come stay at her couch for that long.
You're not close with your sister?
I am, but like I'm not welcome in their house
Older or
anytime I
younger?
want.
Really? That's the thing. White families don't be tight like that,
No,
man.
there's other. No, I think
Y'all be like, I don't know. Y'all just don't be like. I never seen a white person go, "Yo, I'm about to hang out with my cousin."
No, I have. The funny thing is, I have two cousins where I'm welcome at so much that they would rather me come over more often than I already do.
Really?
But I think I feel bad getting into this, but I just yeah, we'll move on.
Now you want to cut some shit, right?
I don't want to cut it. I don't want to cut it.
Yeah, now you want to edit all of a sudden. Before this, he was like, "Oh no, we ain't cutting nothing. This is uncut." Now he's
I'm manually cutting. I'm manually cutting. I'm cutting within. I'm cutting live. I don't want to
faking.
I don't want to make cuts, so I'm gonna skip this combo.
Go ahead.
And if I
turn this into a Dr. Phil episode, bro.
No, it's not even that deep. It's not even that deep. Okay, I'll just say because they probably don't watch this
What
anyway.
she did to you, man?
No, most likely. I just think her husband doesn't like visitors that often.
Really?
Let's move on.
She dating
Not dating.
white guy?
Yeah.
Oh, husband. Okay.
Husband. 2 kids. Great dad. Nothing. Let's keep it moving.
He don't like visitors, and he don't like you visiting.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Jay's become. Come on now.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you know what? It could all just be in my head too. I just don't like being places where I don't feel super welcome.
I feel you on that.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to be invited everywhere, and then I can decide not to go. But if I'm not invited, I'm definitely not going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so
James got only child energy. I don't know what it is, man.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought you were. I don't know. I just got a vibe you was an only child.
Because you thought this guy, you're like, this guy, he's either special or he thinks he's special.
That's exactly what it is. That's
Yeah,
exactly
fair
what
enough.
it is. Only like people who are only children, they just have a certain energy.
How many siblings do you have?
I got 6. Well, five.
And
6 of us total.
6 total.
Yeah, 5.
And where are you in there?
I'm last.
You're last. Late.
The one that just got through. That was supposed to get through.
And all the same mom and dad?
What do you think?
No.
Yes, same mom and dad.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's honestly, man, six from the same mom and dad. That's rare. That's rare.
You know, black fathers are active, man.
I didn't. Hey,
We dispelling that shit right now. All right. There's a lot of people who have same moms and dads throughout the whole.
I agree, but not 6. I don't think there's a lot that have 6.
Yeah, 6 is a lot, man.
If you said 2, I'd be like, I would go ahead and assume that same mom and dad. But 6 is like, I assume that there's 2 families mixed in there at least.
Same mom, same dad. All 6 of us.
You're really breaking a bunch of stereotypes tonight.
Hey,
How
man.
small is your dick?
We ain't breaking all stereotypes now.
I don't even know what fucking sound effect to hit there.
That was a pause. That was a major pause.
Pause.
Major play Cam and Mace. Time out.
Yeah, that. Hey, when
man.
when you're on a roll, you're on a roll. You know. Okay, we were talking about. Okay, you weren't serenading me. Also, pause on that. But we were talking about favorite karaoke song, and I was saying when Ludacris sampled that, great song. Now my buddy that is a producer, his name's Chin Beats. In high school, he was
Asian?
a great black guy that looks a little Chinese. You know
He
what?
looks Chinese.
Yeah, I'm sure he has like a grandpa or great grandpa that's Chinese to give him. You know when you just. Chingy, why your eyes so
Yeah.
chinky? It's because I've been smoking and drinking, or maybe my grandpa was a Chinese guy. You know what I mean? That's how the song goes, right? Anyways, he was great at beatboxing, and he beatboxed that song. Boom, oh, he got the crowd to go, oh, make love to me. The Splash Waterfalls, great. It was at the school talent show, smashed it.
Yeah.
Unreal.
What did you do?
I didn't do this talent show. I when I was in elementary school, I hosted the talent show.
Really?
I've been on
Elementary school.
I've been on my MC shit, yo.
You've been an MC
That's why
since grade school.
I've been an MC since grade school. I go, hey, let me warm up the crowd, and then you guys show off your talents. which you can catch me doing at the Corner Comedy Club. Maybe I'll be hosting, and maybe Kirby will be on the lineup. That seems to be a common thing. Yeah, I remember I hosted the talent show in elementary school the same year that 9/11 happened, and it was like months later, but one of the kids sang "I'm proud to be an American" just because he was like, for American. For in Canada, but because like 9/11 have happened, he's saying I'm proud to be an American, right?
You said this happened months before.
Months later.
Oh, later.
So the talent show was probably in April. the
What
April
grade was
2002.
this?
I was in grade 7 or 8. 2001. 2001 is when 9/11 happened, right?
Yeah.
Never forget, right?
Yeah.
So
I think.
I was 13.
And the kid sung "I'm proud to be an American."
I'm proud to be. Oh, the kid was even younger. The kid was probably 9. He's saying I'm proud to be an American, and then I came on after, in between, and I announced the score in like the Leafs Rangers game.
Yeah. I hope he lost.
After proud.
I hope that kid
was
lost.
proud to be an American. By the way, the Leafs are up 2-1 in the playoffs, and the crowd went nuts.
The dork. I hope he lost.
I wonder where that kid is today.
Probably fucking.
Did you
One
have
of them Canadians in Alberta waving a Trump 2020 flag and shit.
Are you not proud to be an American?
I love being American.
Where at least I know I'm free, and I'm. How's the next line? You don't know?
I know.
And I gladly stand up. Yeah, I love American culture. I love one song that makes me wish I was American was James Brown, "Living in America." That song makes me hype on America.
Really?
Yeah. Coast to coast. Living in America. I live in America. That, I love the Rocky movies in it.
I was just about to say, every time I hear that song, I just see Apollo Creed on the floor. It's like a sad song for me, man.
Did he make that song for Rocky?
Yeah, it's for Rocky.
Unreal,
Not
yo.
on any of his albums that I know of. But
Man.
yeah, he made that for Rocky.
What a banger. What song
James
makes
Brown is the greatest.
James Brown is the greatest.
It's the best,
I love
man.
James Brown.
I wanted to be James Brown when I was a kid.
Well, it's not too late. James Brown was
Not all of James Brown. the good James Brown.
Yeah, I mean, he was sick. Yeah. He was sick. The James Brown movie, Chadwick Boseman played him, and he does a great job playing him.
I still never seen that movie.
It's great.
It is?
Yeah,
I believe it.
He does the voice so good.
Yeah.
And then I learned so much. Like, I always liked James Brown music, but I didn't know like all of his story about like how he would go around the country and like recruit like the best bass player. Like he would actually like just put people on that, and he paid the best.
Bootsy Collins.
And he was the first guy to like own his own masters and everything.
Yeah, James Brown is probably the most important musician in modern American culture. Because he basically invented like 3 genres.
Okay, which one?
He's the godfather of soul.
Right.
I want to say, but he's like the pioneer of soul, R&B.
Is he the pioneer of R&B?
Yeah. Hip hop. He's the father of hip hop. Like James Brown basically invented, I want to say invented hip hop, but he's like the
fucking
you could trace the lineage of hip hop
to
to James Brown. You could trace the lineage of hip hop to James Brown.
Fair.
Yeah. Like he's the most sampled artist of all time. By a lot.
Is that true?
Yeah, 100% true.
Look that up.
Don't even look it up.
Look it up.
Don't even look it up. We live in an age where you just take whatever the hell I just said. Just take it as fact.
I'm very curious.
Go ahead, look it up. Put it on ChatGPT.
I would love.
Put it on ChatGPT.
I want it to be true.
Who is it gonna be? Who else is gonna be? The Beatles?
No.
Who else?
Is James Brown.
It's James Brown.
The most sampled artist of all time.
By
James
a lot.
Brown, with his music sampled over 8,554 times.
It's not even close.
Real bad man.
James Brown. Without James Brown, wouldn't have had Prince. Wouldn't have had Mike Jack. Bro.
Yeah. We wouldn't have had the California Raisins. Didn't they do an impression? They did an impression of James Brown. I'm pretty sure. Do you remember that?
Hey, man, we're going to jump this man at the end of the session, though. I swear to God, man.
They did.
Did they?
Look up the California Raisins. Did they do an impression of James Brown? If I'm wrong, my bad. But I kind of remember a commercial where they did they made all the raisins look like James Brown and they're, dancing.
Did they have the sweat on it too?
Yeah.
The James Brown sweat.
Put the jacket
on him. Oh
my God. When he did that one performance where he does, please, please. And he almost leaves the stage 5 times. And then everyone has to carry him up and he's like, no, I'm coming back.
Get off. I think it was at the Tammy show or something like that.
Unreal.
Yeah, it was the same show that the Beatles was on when they did the Beatlemania the first time.
Yeah.
Man, James Brown blew them boys out the water, bro.
Oh yeah, he's probably the best live performer ever. Like what he put into performance. Maybe Michael Jackson beat him, but
I mean, yeah, I was about to say Mike Jack. Chris Brown is great too. But live performers, James Brown is definitely top 5.
Yeah. James Brown, Michael Jackson. Elvis might be up there. I don't.
What?
Man, live performer. He invented white people with hips.
This nigga just swung his hip 3 times.
You don't know how revolutionary that is. Have you seen white people dance? There's a lot of stiff hips out there.
That's what I'm about to say. It's like, what standard are we grading by?
Okay, when Spud Webb dunks, it's more impressive than Shaq dunking, right? So when Elvis moves his hips, it's gonna break the fucking internet, yo.
This man barely moved with his stiff ass. His hips wasn't even that. Like, you go back and you look at it, and be like, yo, this is what the country was like imploding over.
Yeah.
Are you anti-Elvis?
No, I'm not anti-Elvis at all, but it's like.
He says like the Elvis poster behind him.
Yeah, what more do a black man got to do to fucking get to that level?
I have a cousin in Ireland.
That's all he did.
I have a cousin in Ireland that she's like a bit of a hippie, and her husband is like a little bit of a hippie. And when he was growing up, he loved music, and when he found out that Elvis stole a lot of his stuff from black people, he dug a hole in the backyard and he started burying his mom's Elvis records.
Motherfucker about to jump off the building. His whole life was a lie.
No, he was like, fuck Elvis. He's like, I'm burying the records in the backyard. And his mom came outside and she's like, what are you doing? What are you doing to the
king? He said it was Ireland?
This is in Ireland, yeah. They went to a concert while I was over there, and there was just like a small like local band, and they were like, "Does anyone have a good story to tell while we play a song?" And he told that story while they're playing a song, and it was so sick. It was so sick. It went like, and they were jamming with it nicely. Have you ever done comedy over music?
No.
Dan Guyry used to have a show called the Danger Jam, and I've done another one. I did one. Okay, so Danger
Room?
No, Danger Room was like heckling. Yeah. Danger Jam was him and his band. They play music behind you as you tell jokes. It was pretty fun.
I don't think I probably have. I've done Black Room, so more than not, there's music somewhere.
that's just the next room the DJ's playing the music, disrespecting the comedy show. Where they're playing along with you.
I feel like I have. I'm gonna say yes because I've done so many shows.
Right.
So it had to have happened.
It's pretty fun.
It had to have happened.
Danger Jam I did good at, but there was another one that it was a jazz band, and the crowd was like very like mature and like hoity-toity, not hoity-toity, but like not here to hear my bullshit. You know what I mean? They don't want to hear about cum right now. And I fucking bombed that.
Really, a jazz crowd?
Jazz crowd, yeah.
How much heroin they be shooting up? Cum is too far, but we'll shoot this up.
You played football growing up, right? A little
On
bit?
the street.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Just when we were talking about James Brown, it reminded me one year when I was going to a playoff game. We lost to this team in the regular season, and when we were getting close to the playoff game against them, we're on the bus ride there, and my coach played James Brown Payback, and he's like, we're getting a payback today, big payback, and I think we lost that game.
I was about to say y'all probably got blown out.
I think I told the story on this podcast.
What position you played?
I played corner.
You play corner?
Yeah.
Really?
I used to be able to run fast and jump high.
Jason Sehorn over here.
Yeah. Cooper
DeJean. I was about to say, there's only 2 white cornerbacks
Yeah.
I know. I can't go further than that,
because that's how long it's been.
Yeah.
Between those, so Jason Sehorn early
Jason
2001.
Sehorn, yeah, it's like 2000, maybe 4 or 5 he retired.
And now Cooper DeJean, but INT for touchdown
was
in the
Cooper
Super Bowl.
DeJean even alive when Jason Sehorn retired? Probably not.
No,
Chat GPT that real
no,
quick.
he's probably. I think he probably was like 1 year, 2 year old.
Yeah, around there.
At the Super Bowl this year, it was Eagles versus Chiefs, right?
You had big CFL dreams,
No, I kind of like. I knew I was short, and I was white.
but I mean, like
That's
that's height for a corner, right?
Realistically, if I was gonna do anything, I'd have to probably play safety, which would be fine. But
You wasn't no headhunter like that.
You know what's funny? My first year, I was big on tackling. Like I used to wrestle, so like I was a sure tackler. But then when I got better,
But wrestling tackle is different from football
but
tackling.
no one was getting by me. I played linebacker my first year. I was small, but I could just tackle really good. But then in grade 11, I started playing corner, and I was doing good at it. And I probably got like a little not diva-ish, but like enough that like I didn't care about tackling as much as I did about getting that ball out of the air. You know what I mean? And,
Became a ball hawk.
yeah, instead of trying to
thought
make
you
the
was
sure
Ed
tackle.
Reed?
Yeah, and I wasn't. But I was decent at football. What were you gonna say?
What is
I feel
that?
like-
say.
Oh, I thought you had something.
I thought you looked it up. You didn't look it up.
I didn't know how to spell the guy's name.
Oh, Jason Sehorn?
No, the Tajin guy.
DeJean. DEJEAN.
You don't watch sports, Dante?
Hold on.
Yeah, you grew up in the arts, man.
He
He couldn't tell you who won the MVP in '98, but he could tell you who won the Tonys that year.
Tony's would be crazy. That's like
he was born in 2003. Cooper
and
2003,
Sehorn
right?
probably
Sehorn-
retired in 2004, 2005.
Around, yeah, he was in 2K5, so yeah, it must have been
2K5,
he was
great
in 2K.
game.
The best sports
Oh
game of all
my
time.
God.
Not even close. There's no sports game that comes close to 2K5.
I loved it, and all my I had friends that were mad at
The
people. I
best.
kept saying 2K5. They came out with stuff that Madden didn't adjust to until like 4 years later.
Till to this day,
The
crib,
the juke stick?
the juke stick, the crib. They had the first player. You could play first player in the helmet.
I didn't like that,
Bro,
but yeah, they had
I
it.
love that joint.
I liked Chris Berman doing like the weekly
Yeah,
reports
the
when he played
weekend
franchise.
report. Yeah, when we play franchise mode, like the weekly Sports Center hits.
Wait, you played this,
Bro.
Now you're not. Oh,
The-
okay. You played 2K5, eh?
I played 2K5. I was a sports guy. Like I played a lot of sports, but
Word.
we didn't.
What? Ballet don't count.
No.
Oh,
I played like soccer and volleyball.
Of
and
course,
all that
soccer.
stuff. Badminton, ultimate frisbee.
Yeah.
I was on the golf team.
But you played 2K5?
Yeah, I played
Bro, they had
2K5.
the
I was a
like
gamer, so I also played
before
like,
the-
NBA 2K.
You had to like roll it right because you're not much older than 2K5.
I was 8.
8. So you played. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, fair.
I was 8.
Yeah,
But I had like
Bro,
NBA 2003 with what's his face
live.
Yeah, NBA Live 2003.
I was a
still have
2K person
Who
back
was-
then
who
with
was on
basketball
2003?
too.
that. I think Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd. 2005 was Carmelo. I remember that one was a good one.
We was a 2K family. We was AI. AI was the 2K guy from
AI,
from
yeah,
2K to 2K4.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Was
and
all
the
AI.
first 2K5, the
2K5
first
was
non-AI was
Shaq.
Ben Wallace.
Oh yeah, it was Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace was
Yo.
2K5. Shaq was 2K6.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
Heat.
That's what. Yeah, the 2K5 was Ben Wallace. The $20.
I had that one because I remember I had that one because football 2K5 was the one you wanted, but then I also got 2K NBA. But then I played NBA Live 2005, which was honestly
That's when they had the dunk contest.
Yeah, it had more
2K5
fun stuff.
still was
3-point
better,
contest
bruh.
too. Like I don't know.
2K still was better. The Ben Wallace 2K5 was hard.
I played it, but I remember wishing that I had the live.
The live because of the dunk contest.
And the 3-point contest was so fun.
But it lost its novelty after a while.
But when you have friends over, it's a fun one to play.
I like the one-on-one tournaments live used to have. But
What
not
about-
2K, NFL 2K5. You could do the weekly preparation before the next week.
I like NBA Street dunk.
Street.
contest.
Yeah.
NBA Street was good.
Street was
V3.
Yeah.
With the
Those-
dunk contest and everything.
NBA Street, NFL Street.
NFL Street
bro,
was fun too, yeah.
So hard. bro.
NFL Street. I remember the first
Volume
one.
2.
If you had Ricky Williams or
That was like Tecmo Bowl.
there
bro.
was Ricky Williams or there was one other running back, maybe Jamal Lewis. There was another like big running back that if you had him,
It probably was
you're running
Jamal
over everyone.
Lewis.
Ricky Williams was
Yeah.
nuts in that game, though.
Cheat code, bro. Cheat code.
And in 2K5, two guys that were crazy to use was Terrell Owens and Randy Moss. So that at that time,
2K5.
yeah.
I'm trying to think
You could just
who I
bomb
used to
them.
use. I mean, I'm a Dolphin fan, so I used to always use Dolphins. It probably was who was the quarterback at? I was probably using AJ Feely. We sucked though. AJ Feely throwing it to Chris Chambers and Randy McMichael. Oh, we suck, man.
Man, I'm trying to remember who was Raiders quarterback back then.
It was Rich Gannon.
2005? Nah, he was gone
No,
by then.
it had to 2K5.
I think he was gone by then. He was,
Bro, I could tell you the roster because I still play 2K5 to this day. You know, you can update the roster.
what?
You can update the roster on 2K5, bro.
And
I got
what
2K5 on the Xbox, the regular Xbox. I bought an Xbox
Regular
just to
Xbox.
play it. Yeah,
And you can update the roster.
you can update the roster. I got Lamar Jackson. I had
Shut
Lamar
the hell
Jackson.
up.
I swear to God, I got Lamar Jackson on my franchise mode. I haven't
So
played
you
it in
have to
like
have
2 years.
You have
but-
to have Xbox Live to update it.
No,
right? How do
so
you update it?
my bad, it's on 360. So you know the external hard drive that it
Okay.
came with. You pop that out, and then there's a piece that you can connect it to your computer. And then you go on
download
this
the roster?
exactly. You go on this website, you put it in, and then
guy
you just
modded
load it. Yeah, boy, I'm playing with like I'm telling you, Lamar Jackson's my franchise quarterback right now, bro.
Did you play PlayStation when you were younger?
Yeah, PS1.
PS1.
And then-
Okay. Do you remember this? Do you remember the hack with PS1 where you could put burned games in by not without getting? You didn't even need the
Yep.
chip. You put like a toothpick in like in this
Oh,
little.
no, I had my PS2. It was modded, so we had only burned games.
Okay, not modded. You could do it unmodded on PlayStation. It was like
Probably the first one.
you
PS1.
open it up
PS1.
and you put this thing a toothpick in so it feels like it's closed because there's like a little button that gets closed. You let the disc start spinning. You switch the disc out for like the burn one, and then it just starts playing the burn.
I think
game.
I heard of that, but we never did that. We did it with Dreamcast. So
Dreamcast,
we
you
had
could do everything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was that's what Dreamcast went out of business
Yeah.
for. 'cause, boy, one
Everyone was
person
burning
buy
every
it,
game.
burn it,
Yeah,
buy
yeah.
it for $10, $20 or something like that.
Yeah.
So all our games was burned on Dreamcast. I had my Xbox modded, the regular Xbox, the first one.
Okay.
That was modded where you could download all the emulators and then you could burn the games in. So we used to just rent at Blockbuster. We used to rent like 10 games and then burn it into the system. And then the next day, you guys played it already? Yeah, man, we done with this already, man.
Yeah.
So we had that. I didn't know the PS1. I think I heard of that. The PS1.
It was a little. My friend that was like big into like all this game stuff.
Parappa the Rapper. That's the game we had. PS1.
I was a big
Jet Moto.
Crash Bandicoot. I love
Bandicoot.
Crash
I was a
Love Crash Bandicoot.
big Bandicoot fan. Rugrats for PS1 was that.
It was a
that
good game?
was tough.
Really?
What?
Eh? What'd you do? What
Really
kind of-
good. You was just
You wanna-
Tommy. You was just like each mission had a different baby, and then you just did random. Like you fought Reptar one time, not fought Reptar, but they had golfing, and then you had to like
I
sneak
kinda
through the
remember the
house
golf, yeah.
before the parents come home. You know, it was fun. That game was fun. But I was more of a 64 guy. I had a 64.
Rugrats was a good show.
Yeah, Rugrats was tough, man.
They never made like an updated Rugrats, like where Tommy's like a
They
grown
did.
up now. Did they?
Yeah, all grown up. That's what it's called. All Rugrats, all grown up.
You watched it?
A little bit.
Any good?
Nah, you know
How old are you?
why?
I'm just trying to see what era you grew up in for like cartoons.
You never
Are you-
asked
are you
a
sure?
black man his age.
Really?
You never heard of that?
No, I never heard about that. No. Did you hear about that, Dante?
Nope.
I heard you never ask a woman her age. I didn't know black
A
guys
woman and a black man. All minorities. You don't ask him.
Oh,
You ever ask Jared Nathan his age? He'll slap you for that, bro.
fair.
Disabled people too, man.
Yeah, you can't ask them their age because they don't even know. There's no
Nah,
point.
I'm early 90s. I'm 33.
Okay. Yeah, so we're around the same time.
Am I 30? No, 34. I'm 34. No, I'm turning 34. Bro, I be forgetting, bro. I'm one of those. I'm 33. Yeah, I'm 33. 33.
I forget my age often too.
I be forgetting.
I'm off by
It's
a
all
year
a
a
blur,
lot.
bro.
Yeah. Time goes by.
Especially when you. Never mind. This ain't a editing. This ain't an editing podcast.
What could you have been about to say? When you,
Don't worry about that, man. Don't
Well,
worry about that. Man.
I'm going through the ones in my head. First one is like when you do drugs, which maybe you don't want my 60 listeners to know that you do
Yeah,
that.
you know, my mom might be one of 60, bro. I can't.
True.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out Kirby's mom. I'm sorry.
Shout out, Mom. I know you watching.
Sorry I ever doubted
She
you.
a big James Cummins fan. She don't watch my things, but she watches you.
Thank
bro.
you. I'm sorry I ever doubted you having multiple baby fathers. I should have known that you're is Christian.
Crazy, huh?
Christian?
Baptist.
I should have known that you came from
Exactly.
a Baptist house. And you have one man and 6 children with that one man. And God blesses the whole family. My bad.
Oh, man. That caught me off guard, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, man. Good for you. Pretty much just American background, or is
Haitian.
Haitian?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good for Miami. Good
Fort
people.
Lauderdale.
I mean, but it's good for Miami.
It is.
Yeah.
A lot
Fort
of
Lauderdale
Haitians
not
in
good.
Miami. No, it's great for Fort
Okay.
Lauderdale. It's great for South Florida. Like, there's a
Yeah.
big Haitian population in South Florida.
Yeah. Have you ever been?
Haitians only live in 4 places.
Haiti, Miami.
There's more Haitians in Haiti, New York, Flatbush,
Okay.
Boston, and Montreal.
Montreal, eh?
Yeah, and apparently
speak French.
Springfield, where they're eating cats.
Do you speak French?
I understand French, but I don't speak it.
Je ne comprends pas.
Fuck you.
I said I don't understand.
I don't know. I was lying. I don't understand that.
Even I speak French. I didn't even know what you said.
You didn't know that one? Je ne comprends pas.
Comprendre?
Je ne comprends.
Yeah, you said that
Yeah.
terribly.
Okay, how do you say it?
Comprendre.
Je n'ai pas, right?
comprendre?
Wouldn't it be like je n'ai pas?
Je ne pas is I don't
You
know.
speak French?
Oui.
You're not Haitian.
No, but my dad's Dominican. So they speak a little bit of Creole there.
Oh, okay.
Not
oh,
Dominican.
yeah.
Dominican.
Yeah, I know. You trying to correct me on Caribbean? Fucking.
But I did French immersion,
Oh, okay.
so that's why I speak French.
Yeah.
The way they teach French in Canada sucks.
In Ontario.
Yeah, they just teach you to fucking conjugate verbs and shit. It's like, teach me how to talk. I don't conjugate.
But that's how you learn it from everywhere. Everywhere, bro. There's no like if you're learning it from a structured like schooling or like one of those apps like Duolingo, they don't really teach you how to converse. Like the way I learn languages is I was trying to learn French. I learned a little bit. I was watching Simpson episodes and then in French, so you could hear the words conversationally.
Yeah,
That's
you
when
just
it-
start watching. You're like, this episode sucks.
Yeah. And I hate when like the voice is so different from the normal. Like, you know, in the normal, hey, that's Homer, but in the French one, oh, c'est le pot, c'est le rich, hey. You're like, what?
It's a whole different tone of
It's
show.
a whole different tone, bro. They
Yeah,
don't hit the same.
I actually. Are you guys dubs over subs or subs over dubs?
Subs.
I used to be dub, but yeah, I'm more sub now.
I'm dubs. Yeah. I'm dubs. I like when I watch Squid Games. Dubs, no problem.
Really?
I hate reading for one, but also like some of them. Even though
I
voice
usually
doesn't-
don't like captions, but like I don't know. I just
Honestly, I'm at the point now where I leave them on even if I'm watching something in English. Like they're kind of just, I'm so used to them now. Yeah.
In Squid Game, I
hate
enjoyed
it,
it. I enjoyed
man.
the dub, and then in there's a French one called The Platform. Have you heard of The Platform?
No.
So The Platform, it's this movie about everyone's in jail, and the way everyone gets fed is there's enough food to feed everyone on this platform, and it starts off at the top floor. And if all you do is take what you need, then everyone's gonna eat. But obviously, people get greedy, and by the time it gets to the bottom, people are gonna die because they don't get food.
And there's like a revolt
Yeah.
or something.
So that movie, it sounded like a cool concept. I'm like, I want to watch it, but I don't want to read it. So I watched it, and
James like, what is this, a book? I'm not doing all this.
Ugh.
I'm not doing this work.
So I watched the dubbed one, and I like the dubbed voices. Like there was a guy with one of the main characters, and I'm like, this guy's dubbed voice, like it's not taking away from the plot; it's adding to it. Like he did a good job dubbing it.
Yeah.
Like
Dub is cool if it's all on the voice actor. It's totally up to the voice actor.
I watched Dragon Ball Z dubbed.
Really?
people say that's the one that you
I didn't.
shouldn't watch dubbed.
Dragon
That's
Ball
like
Z?
people that are big Dragon Ball Z people are like, you gotta watch this up. They talk way more shit. They say all this
Well,
other
the
different
only
stuff.
thing is because I grew up on the English version, right? So I grew up with the voices. like the English voices, like Vegeta's voice, Goku's voice, Frieza's voice. But then when I tried to watch it later and I watched it subbed, I'm like, Goku's voice sounds hella weak compared to his English voice. You know? He's like,
that's how I was with One Piece. I was watching. I'm still watching. That shit is long as fuck, but I was watching it subbed.
Yeah.
Subbed.
Yeah. No. Anything else I'll watch subbed, but Dragon Ball Z specifically, I watch dubbed.
Yeah, because I just grew up with that. I can't. Like, if Vegeta don't sound like Vegeta, I'm not watching it, bro.
Have you done any voice acting before?
No.
I'd like to get into voice
I don't think
acting.
I got the voice for that.
Why not?
Because your voice got to be, like, versatile. I don't got the versatile enough voice for
No?
Nah.
I think you're just not pushing yourself outside
voice
the box.
acting. Nah.
What voice do you think?
I think you're underestimating what it takes to be a voice actor.
No, but you don't need to have like so many different voices, do you?
I think not. You don't have to be like Eddie Murphy, you know. But I think it should be versatile in a way where you can convey the emotion clearly. You know, like if a character is reflecting this emotion, you got to be able to hit that emotion strong. I don't think my voice is that
It's not emotional
malleable.
enough.
Exactly. I don't think it's that malleable.
Yeah, you're too chill.
Put
Too
it
relaxed.
like that. Go ahead.
I guess. I don't know. But I feel like you could shift the gear to get emotional.
Maybe.
With some practice, I feel like anybody could.
Yeah.
Like if you really worked at it, you don't think you could?
Yeah.
Like
maybe.
there's probably like
improved it. Yeah.
if they came up with the right character for you and the right animation.
That's what I was saying. It got to be a specific
it would have to be-
character.
and
Yeah.
then you could
Right.
probably do it well. But
Yeah.
if it's like do Goku's voice.
But you're not like I'm
No,
not,
yeah,
I'm
not
not
an
Keith
impression.
David. You know, Keith David. He does like a whole bunch of like different.
Yep.
Like he did. He was Gargoyle. He was what was my man Gargoyle name? The main one, Goliath. He was Goliath and Gargoyle. He was I think he was Kratos and God of War. No.
No. Different
that's-
black guy.
That's a different black guy. Oh, look at me mixing them up. He did another a popular video.
Can't
game.
even tell black guys' voices apart.
They all sound the same. They all sound the same.
I tried to get into. Well, I mean, I didn't really try that hard. But I sent a demo reel to one voice acting agent, and I just never heard back.
Never,
from him.
and he was like, this career is done for me.
And all I did was like try and like recreate commercials. You know what I mean? Like Ram built Ford Tough. It's like, wait a minute, those are two different trucks.
In the world.
Yeah. In a world.
In the world.
That's
as far as I could go.
One for like a computer warehouse. Infotech computer warehouse. I need to learn how to talk better. I was talking about it on the last episode. You've done vocal.
Speak better.
I meant. I didn't mean like linguistically.
The English person in me. I don't.
Are you
You still speak? I was an English major.
You're an English major?
Yeah.
Did you finish?
No.
But you're still pretentious
I
about
know
it.
half English. I still got the other half of the dictionary to get through.
You did one semester, flunked out, and then you still correct, and then you could still correct people on shit.
I went to York. I went to York for a little bit too.
They say
Yeah,
if you
I went
can
to York.
hold a fork, you can go to York.
Hey man.
That's what they say. I got into York, didn't go. I got into Guelph, went for 2 years. Didn't flunk out, but I got an academic probation, and then I never went back.
Never went back.
How many? So what? You did 2 semesters?
Where?
York,
Yeah, a year.
and then what else after that?
That's it.
But yeah, so learning to speak better. You've done speech therapy, right? Because I think I need to do this.
Speech therapy. No, I did vocal work. Yeah.
Vocal work. What they
Yeah.
teach you?
He was mostly teaching me how to breathe better.
Mm.
So a lot of people breathe up here in the neck area,
Yeah.
like from the back of their neck. So and their throat. Pause. So it just is not as full as it could be. So you're supposed to breathe from your diaphragm, from your lower gut. So it was mostly like tension work and breathing exercises and just training you how to properly get it from your gut.
Fair. I need to. I haven't really looked into. I've been looking at like YouTube how to speak better. Mm-hmm. And
There's a woman called
Linklater.
Yeah, she's like the godmother of voice in
Okay.
America, and people from all over the world used to come and study from her. The guy who I was learning from, he was one of her earlier students.
Okay.
So if you YouTube her, like that'll put you in the right track. Yeah, she has a book, Freeing the Natural Voice.
All right. Yeah. Cool. The guy that I look up, I don't even know his name. He's a Chinese guy, wears glasses, and he's like, if you want to talk better in 30 days, start doing these
James looks like the guy
exercises.
who falls for those things. Get 6-pack abs in 2 weeks. And James is like, I order it.
Yeah, I almost did. I almost did. There was a thing, Instagram ad like 2 days ago. It's called Colon Broom. It's like, you want to lose 45 pounds in a month? It's like, okay, I'm in. I filled out the whole form.
A drunk James at 2 a.m. with infomercials on is a dangerous James, bro.
Oh,
man.
I'm so weak for advertising. I'm an advertiser's dream. There's so many times where I see like,
I know your targeted ads love you.
They love me.
They love you.
Especially the ones that link to an Uber Eats offer.
This man got so many free trials and offers he started.
Yeah, no, it's bad. So that the colon broom, when I saw it, like, and I got all the way to
what is it? A colon broom?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like
And
a
what is
drink.
this?
It's like a meal replacement drink that you drink, whatever. And now,
detox.
yeah, something like that. And now I'm like, I filled something out on like Monday or Sunday, and now they're sending me emails like every day, being like, "We can get you there. I swear we can get you there." I go, "Hey, I'm Diana Miller, the head of nutrition at Colon Room. I believe I can help you reach your 185-pound goal." It's like, you don't know how I live. It's not gonna happen.
You don't even know your start weight. You're like, whatever, we can get there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, so I wonder if I put in a ridiculous amount of loss, would they still be like, I can get you there?
I can get you there.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to lose 100 pounds in 2 months.
500 pounds? Don't worry about it, man.
We
Give us
got
2
this.
weeks.
That's crazy.
Get you down to 185. It's called AIDS.
Linklater. Yeah, wow. Damn.
Oh no, Ozempic is out now, so we got options.
I don't think I actually am not fat enough to do Ozempic.
You don't qualify?
I don't think I qualify. I haven't tried, but I heard like you have to be like pretty fat.
Really?
Even though my height to weight does technically make me obese.
I mean, you didn't have to tell me that.
I just that's what Google told me
Hold on. So if you're not you have to be a certain weight to
to do Ozempic.
Otherwise, is it a danger thing or it won't work?
You have to be a certain weight for it to be used as a weight medication.
Yeah.
But
Okay, because it's
if you're
for like
using it for
diabetes.
then
Yeah,
you could
right.
use
That's what I was
that
about to say.
anyway.
So if I'm 120 and I got diabetes, I just can't do Ozempic.
Yeah, well, not for weight loss.
Not for weight loss.
Why I can't do it for? Hold on, is it a different Ozempic for weight loss and diabetes?
No, it's
Same
weight
one.
loss is just one of the side effects, but because it's such a good side effect that people just use it to lose weight.
They made Ozempic for diabetes. It became a weight loss thing. They made
I
Viagra
understand.
for
Yeah, it was
heart
for heart.
medication,
It was
and
for
now
heart.
people's dick
Yeah.
is harder. Sometimes you create one thing, but it ends up like the way you
ends
make
up-
money off it
hey,
is something
bro.
else. It's like, yeah, why cure diabetes when we can help people not be fat? Why cure heart disease when we can help dicks get hard? Pause.
Vanity, hey, bro. There's more money in treating people's vanity, bro.
Yep.
Way more money. People don't care about health. Who cares about my heart? My dick is hard now, man. My dick is stronger now. You know, like diabetes, schmiabetes, like.
Hell yeah. And you can use promo code Kirby for 10%
go.
off it. I need to get a dick pill advertisement.
Ozempic.
Pause. The two things that I need on this show is I need to be selling dick pills and I need to be selling gambling websites. Reach out to me if you guys want to promote here. That is my audience.
That is his lane.
That is my lane. We're getting dicks hard and we're losing money on sports every week here on Uncut Jams.
James would bet on dicks if he could, man.
No. I bet on mine if I got good odds on it. All right, we got to get close to wrapping up. How about we get our animal fun fact of the day?
All right, this one comes from Yahoo once again. Bottlenose dolphins are even more right-handed than humans.
I didn't even know.
So it's more than 90%. I didn't
even know
Yeah.
dolphins
They're
had
right
hands.
fended.
Yeah,
Right
most
fin.
humans say 70 to 90% are right-handed. A minority 5% are left-handed. According to Scientific American, and the same holds true for bottlenose dolphins. In fact, the savvy swimmers are even more right-handed than we are. Yeah,
Well, that fact wasn't really fun.
And so the people that did the study found out that actually it doesn't even say.
How do they even measure this?
A team led by Florida's Dolphin Communication Project took a look at the feeding behavior of bottlenose dolphins and found that the animals were turning to their left side 99.44% of the time, which actually suggests a right side bias according to IFL Science. It places the dolphin's right side and right eye closer to the ocean floor as it hunts.
So it's not.
Because it uses its right side to turn left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
I
because
get
it turns
Stronger.
left most of the time, it turns left 99% of the time.
Yeah.
That's probably why the Miami Dolphins suck so much. We got a lefty at quarterback. We got a lefty Dolphin. We got the wrong Dolphin, man.
That's why he can't see the predators coming from the ocean
Exactly. Yeah. Using his left fin,
floor. How often do dolphins break their neck?
throwing bomb 20-yarders.
Man,
Dolphin with concussion.
there's 2 times I bet on Dolphins games this year that.
Why'd you do that?
One was the day that Tyreek Hill got arrested. I'm like, I'm going to bet on him getting a touchdown, and he did.
Yeah,
But then there was another
that's
one.
a good bet.
That was a good bet. There was another one where it was who's the guy that used to play for Ravens and he was your backup quarterback this year?
Huntley.
Huntley came, and I'm like, this guy can throw the ball.
Oh, God, you bet.
I bet like Tyreek Hill's
Over
Tyreek Hill's
80
over.
yard.
It was like his over-under was like 45 yards. It was something low. And I'm like, he's gonna hit. All he needs is one pass, and he got like 2 passes for like negative yards that game. It was. I was watching the game. I'm like cursing Mike. Do you like Mike McDaniel? I loved him at first, but now he's pissing me off.
I didn't like him. Then I liked him, and then now I'm like, I'm done with the boy genius look. I'm man. We need a.
It's not fun anymore.
Yeah, I need a. I'm done with these. These offensive gurus. I need a leader of men. That's what I need.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'd love an offensive guru, but we actually kind of got one. So we got Pete Carroll, not an offensive guru, but we got Chip Kelly, who I don't like as a head
Chip Kelly
coach.
is on the radio.
He's an offensive coordinator.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Coaching staff is kind of looking good.
Geno Smith running a. Chip
I don't like
Kelly
that, but I wonder if we're gonna get Shitter Sanders in the draft.
I mean, y'all just paid Geno, so I don't see why you would.
Only for 2 years.
I guess.
Who gives a fuck? If we Mark Davis loves Shador, so we have a chance of getting him. One other
Terrible.
when we were before we get off
You
animal,
got me in a bad mood now.
thinking about the Dolphins.
Yeah.
What pick do you guys have in the draft?
Sick. I don't even know.
The draft is coming up, and I love watching the draft. I love watching dreams come true.
What is it, a Cinderella story for you?
Have you ever watched the draft? It's such a nice day. You actually watch people's dream come true.
I'm a Dolphin fan, bro. What do I have to look forward for a draft?
You guys have had some top picks before.
And which ones worked out?
I mean, yeah, that part sucks.
Which ones worked out, bro?
But you still get to be excited. But I remember when Raiders drafted Jamarcus Russell, and I thought it was going to be great.
I hate hope, bro.
When Jamarcus Russell threw 60 yards from his knee, I was like, we're set. And then you realize...
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That boy got his knees and threw 60 yards. Everybody, ooh, boy, this is...
I was like, this is great.
Black John Elway.
I was like, we're set. And I remember I loved playing with him in Madden that year. He was great, but horrible in real life. And he was clinically lazy. Man. He's clinically lazy.
You never heard the story where they gave him a tape to watch? Yeah. So they gave him a tape. They was like, hey, man, make sure you watch the tape.
Like game tape.
Yeah, game tape. Okay. Watch the film. And then they gave it to him to do homework with. And then he came back the next day and they was like, you watched the tape? He's like, yeah, I watched the tape. You watched the tape? You sure? He's like, yeah, I watched the tape. You like the new plays that we put? Yeah, all the game film. Bro, it was a blank tape.
Blank tape. Yeah. He's so fat now, too. Jamarcus Waffles.
Crazy.
Yeah, that one was a shame. But either way, you got to try and hope. You never know. You never know. You hate hope.
I hate hope, bro. Hope is a killer. Hope keeps people poor.
Really? Yeah. Break that down.
I don't think we got enough time left for that.
Is it a long conversation?
Yeah. It gets into religion. It gets into.
Speaking of getting into religion, it's time to find out what God has in store for us today. What the Bible has in store for us today.
Blasphemous section we're about to do.
It's not blasphemous. Why do you think it's blasphemous?
Jesus, I don't co-sign whatever is about to happen.
We're gonna open to a random place in the Bible.
Allah, Buddha, whoever's listening, I don't co-sign.
I'm gonna read a line and just see if it applies to our nation.
Why don't you do this with the Quran? You scared?
I'll get to the Quran. You're the second person.
Why don't you do this with the Torah? Why it gotta be the Bible? Do this with the Torah next time.
Okay. Old Testament of the Bible.
Open up to
Old Testament of the Bible
or something.
Old Testament of the Bible is Jewish stuff. So that's fine.
Jewish stuff.
So they're already in here. And then the Quran we'll get to next. But I'm still working my way through the Bible.
Say it again.
The Quran? How do you say it?
You said it's so white, dog.
How do you say it?
The Quran, spelled K-A-R-A-N, no apostrophe, no nothing.
Isn't it Q-A-R-A-N?
Yeah, but the way you said it.
The Quran. All right. Consecration of the priests. This.
Hold on, say the verse in the book, bro.
Yo, whose show is this? We're in Exodus 29, chapter 29. Do you know what's coming?
Of course.
This is the rite you shall perform in consecrating them as my priest. Procure a young bull and 2 unblemished rams with fine wheat flour. Make unleavened cakes mixed with oil and unleavened wafers spread with oil and put them in a basket. Take the basket along with the bullock and the 2 rams. Aaron and his sons you shall also bring to the entrance of the meeting tent and then wash them with water.
I guess I'm the young bull and you're the unleavened wafer.
I think what the message there is like, collect the stuff and just fucking make shit happen. You know what I mean? Like get your things together, get your shit together. And
what's funny is I kind of feel that also plays into like the whole thing with what you're saying with hope.
With
because
hope.
Hope is like you're not really doing anything except for waiting for something to happen. Whereas here you're like, get your stuff in order, start working and make your cakes or whatever.
Look at you, time ends.
that's right. And if you're out there just sitting around waiting for things to happen,
I hope you get struck by lightning. I hope a bolt of lightning comes and strikes you.
this is pro God. This is anti God. I don't know how you're taking this segment in, but it's pro God. I'm not religious, but I'm pro God. Are you pro God? Are you atheist?
Damn. One or the other, bro. Like, what set you repping, bruh?
Yeah.
What set you repping out here? Damn. I don't got no bandanas, man.
All right, fair enough.
I'm just, there's no middle ground in here.
There is. You have your.
There you go.
You can say what
I got
you
my
feel.
set of beliefs.
And is God involved in that, or there's just like you just believe in something, which is what a lot of the young girls are saying these days.
There you go. I'm a white girl from
Don't
Bushwick.
ask her age,
exactly,
or if she believes in God.
I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual, aka hoe. I'm a hoe. But nah, I got my things.
Fair enough. The last thing I'll say is, speaking of spiritual, and we were talking about vocal exercises, speech therapy, which I need. Jessica Simpson recently said that.
I haven't heard that name in fucking.
Well, something that she's
Since
doing.
Tony Romo.
She just dropped a new album.
Really, you bought it?
I haven't heard anything about it, but I heard that
You
there's some songs that allude to her ex cheating on her.
Really? Which one? Nick Lachey?
No, there's a new guy. I don't know. His name's Eric something. I don't know. But
maybe you and your brother-in-law could bond over it.
People are saying that she sounds really good, and she said there's a new trick that she's been working to make her voice better, and it is drinking snake cum. So, if you have to drink an animal's cum to make your voice better, no, I know you're not going to answer that. But yeah, interesting way to make your voice better. Drink snake cum. If I'm gonna drink an animal's cum, it's definitely I would want it to be a reptile because it makes it feel like it's less of an animal's cum. Like if it's like a fish or something, I'm like I could get down with that. If it's gonna make everything better. But no mammals. I'm not drinking no mammals cum. Boss.
Is this how it usually ends? The podcast?
No, I didn't even mean to bring it up, but we were talking about
Is
stuff.
this how it usually goes?
Not really.
Oh.
No, usually pretty. I was gonna say pretty homophobic on this podcast, but not homophobic. That's not the right word. But don't say a lot of gay stuff. But I was seeing that was her exercise, and I was like, could I do that? But I'm not gonna go out of my way to do it. Did you go on? Did I order?
You go on eBay?
I said Colin Broom. Do you guys have snake cum?
And look up the fucking the market value.
How much? Let's see. Let's see if they sell snake cum on Amazon, and that'll be the last.
Where would it even come out?
Where would it come? Where do snakes come from? Like where does come?
I know where snakes come from, the Garden of Eden.
Yeah,
but
well, I know that her bottle that she was drinking out of was obviously from China, of course.
Why? Of course.
Who else is gonna sell you snake cum in a bottle?
India? I don't know.
Nah,
That's where they do most of the snake charming. Or I would say South America. They got like, the Amazon rainforest.
they have snake oil cum lube, but that ain't it. For your voice. Well, I guess we might not find this out today. Jessica, it just says Jessica Simpson's advice to singers: drink snake sperm. And that's what we're telling you guys. If you want to go do karaoke this weekend, find a snake, suck its dick.
What if that was
Snakes don't even have dicks.
That's what I'm trying to figure out where it comes from.
Snakes don't even
No
have dicks.
pun intended.
So it's not gay to drink snake cum because they don't even have dicks. And
Hold on. You think the dick is the only thing that makes something gay?
I think it's a key factor. What do you think?
I don't think it's a key factor at all.
Okay,
I think it's
speak on it.
well, it is a key factor. What I'm trying to say is, hey yo, pause. Yo, how'd you get me into this, dog? Hey man, this is gonna be the first podcast with an edit, bruh. This is gonna be the first one with an edit.
It's right at the end. No one sticks around this long, anyways. But if you do stick around
What if
this
my
long,
my mom does? She's your biggest fan. Man.
if you did stick around this long, Kirby, tell them where they can find you.
Pause. Stick around. What? Say again.
Stick around. It's pause.
Uh-huh.
Tell them where they can find you, and if you have anything.
Well, like
important-
on social media.
Yeah, or do you have anything to promote? I don't know.
You can find me at Kirby Darius. Kirby with an E, Kerby Darius on social media. If you can't find it, it's probably because I'm on a little social media hiatus. I do that from time to time. But check again in another week, and then you'll probably find it.
There you go. And Dante, where can people find you?
You can find me online at Shenante, CHEZDANTE. Follow your boy.
Yeah, and you can find me at James. Come on now, tell your friends to
You
listen
can
to
find
the
them
podcast.
at the nearest reptile aquarium.
You can find me in the garden looking for snakes
Sucking snake tail.
to find out where they come from. Tune in next week to find out where do snakes come from and if I'm singing better. All right, guys. Peace.
Dislocate his jaw. And